What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Gervonta Tank Davis essentially puts an end to all the conversations about fighting Devin the Dream Haney. A fight that have been in the making and been talked about for years. And Gervonta Tank Davis has pretty much put an end to all that conversation. He stated that he's not comfortable fighting at 140 pounds. And he would only go to 140 pounds for the absolute right fight, which is Ryan Garcia or Isaac Pitbull Cruz, right? He's not willing to go to 140 for anybody else. Pretty much is what he's saying, right? And that's unfortunate. And I told you guys when this fight was first talked about, when they was talking about the sparring session, just how big this fight would be. When they was talking about the sparring session between the two glorified sparring session that Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney had, right? And I told you guys, if those sparring footages got released, they would do millions of views. Millions of views. That's what I told y'all. I said if they ever released those sparring footages, they would do millions of views. Well, the last one that got released just did 3.6 million views. As I told you, this is a mega fight. It is an absolute mega fight. And Gervonta Tank Davis, oddly enough, he states that he's simply about his bread, right? He's not in it for the belts. He's not in it for, the legacy. He's in it just to make his money and get out the sport. Well, that's pretty ironic because Devin Haney represents one of the biggest fights that he could possibly have, the biggest money makers that he could possibly have in the sport. Now, to the non-understanding boxing fans that will tell you that Devin Haney don't sell. Devin Haney don't sell. Neither does Lamont Roach. Neither does Isaac Cruz. Neither did Frank Martin. But he fought them to get a bag, right? Not about legacy, to get a bag, based off of his words. He's 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 28 wins by way of knockout. He's 30 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. He said it's about the bag. It's about the money. Again, the sparring footage between himself and Devin Haney did 3.6 million views. The only other person, sparring footage he could have out there that would do that many views would be Shakur Stevenson outside of Devin Haney. If their sparring footage was to be leaked. That would be it, that's all. Right? It did more views. Now, obviously, it's free on YouTube. But it did twice as many views, 3 times as many views as his actual fight with Ryan Garcia, the sparring session with him and Devin Haney. So that's a clear indication that if he actually fought Devin Haney, he would do at least 1 million pay-per-views. Which means Devin Haney represents a major payday for Gervonta Tank Davis. Which means that goes right into the category that he's saying that his mindset is in, which is for the bag. Or is it? Is it that you're picking and choosing what fight that you want to have for the bag? Because no other fight, again, outside of Shakur Stevenson, represents a bigger bag for Gervonta Tank Davis than Devin Haney. Now, Shakur Stevenson fights at 135, like Gervonta Tank Davis. And he just told you Shakur Stevenson don't do nothing for him because he's done nothing in the sport of boxing. Yet, you fight Lamont Roach, who became a world champion for the first time by beating a guy that you already beat and knocked out and broke his eye socket by split decision. He needed a late knockdown to win the fight against Hector Garcia. He also lost to Jamel Herring, who Shakur dominated and stopped. And Shakur Stevenson is a 3-division champion, Olympic silver medalist, and a unified super featherweight champion, and is the WBC lightweight champion. But you saying Shakur has done nothing in the sport of boxing, yet Lamont Roach did? He beat the man who beat the man. Jamel Herring, Lamont Roach is 25 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. That loss on his resume came at the hands of Jamel Herring, who Shakur Stevenson dominated and stopped. You beat Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney. It's not the same version. They didn't fight the same version. You didn't fight the same version of Ryan Garcia that Devin Haney fought, clearly, because Ryan Garcia was on performance enhancers and was actually suspended and proven to be true, right? It's proven, right, that he failed the test. And he came in 3.5 pounds overweight against Tank. He had a rehydration clause. So make this make sense. Why wouldn't you fight Devin Haney? Why wouldn't you go to 140? If he's pillow-fisted with no chin, doesn't it make sense to go ahead and fight him? He would be the easy lick with the biggest bag at 140, right? This is boxing as we know it today. Then he told you, hey, I never told you I wanted to fight Devin Haney and Shakur before I retired. That's what he said. But if you listen here,
I don't want to overshadow like other people that's coming behind me, type stuff. I want to be able to like push them forward. Like it's y'all time. You know what I mean? I did my thing. Let me go ahead, fall back, and let y'all do y'all.
So realistically, how much longer do you see yourself being a fighter? How many more years you think?
It depends. I got some people I want to get.
Like who?
I don't want to say their names, but
just say yes or no. Haney?
Yes.
Lomachenko?
Yes.
Teofimo?
Yes. Not really so much Teofimo.
Not so much.
Nah.
How come?
Cause it's like, I don't know. Just he ain't really like. I mean, if the fight like prevents itself, then yeah. But other than that,
he's not on your
yeah,
list.
it's not on my. He's not.
Cambosa?